This is Backstage Bay Area. Now, here's your host, Steve Roby.
Hey, welcome everyone. This is Backstage Bay Area. I'm your host, Steve Roby. My guest today is vocalist and songwriter known for a voice that critics have called singular and transfixing. Sachal Vasandani has built a reputation as one of the most compelling artists on the scene today and has collaborated with legends like Wynton and Bobby McFerrin. His latest project explores highs and lows of modern love with deep soul and groove. He joins us now, Sachal Vasandani. Welcome to Backstage Bay Area.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Sachal, where am I reaching you today?
Right now I'm in Miami, Florida.
All right, well, greetings from San Francisco.
Nice to see you and nice to talk to you.
Sachal, your bio says you were thoroughly rooted in jazz, yet your new music seamlessly blends folk, R&B, and pop. For listeners who are just getting introduced to your work, was there a specific moment or a particular artist early in your life that convinced you that jazz was the proper foundation for the stories you wanted to tell?
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you for asking. Probably the short answer is someone like Ella Fitzgerald. Made a huge impact and still does. You know, I listen to her regularly. Part of the reason is because of just her unique voice, you know, and what she was able to do with it as a wonderful interpreter song, but also improviser in every sense of the word, scat singing, and just there's so many well-documented recordings of her live, some that your listeners I'm sure will know, and some that just are some deep cuts. You know, they did recordings of her singing live and released them, and through that I got a chance to understand honestly what it means to take a song that you might have sung 3,000 times and continue to find like fresh nooks and crannies in it to make it enjoyable for not only the audience, but also for you as a performer and the artists you work with. So Ella would probably be, and still is, a really top influence, and certainly one of the first people I was attracted to.
All right. Who are you listening to today? I'm curious.
Well, I listen to, you know, everybody and every type of music. I really have this firm belief that good music can come from any corner of the world, and it can be from young and old people, and it can be from older people who are rediscovering themselves and the music. And so it's not the purview of any one type or person. So I'm always thrilled by some of the stuff that's going on in the jazz world, and certainly some of the stuff outside of it.
Yeah, there's so much to listen to these days. It's great.
Yeah.
So I want to dive into your latest project, Best Life Now. You released the album earlier this year, produced by acclaimed drummer Nate Smith, and it features rich, soulful grooves. More recently, you released the Best Life Now Acoustic Sessions EP, which is a beautiful, stripped-down reimagining of that music. What motivated you to take these songs, which had this funky production, and peel everything back to just the acoustic essentials so soon after the original release?
Oh, that's a great question. It wasn't my original plan, but it kind of, as many things, it happened as kind of an accident. In the beginning part of the year, I was doing a showcase for a couple days in New York. And the first night, I had my whole group. But the second night, you know, folks had planes to catch and they weren't able to make it. And I said, well, let's try this with the saxophone player and the guitar player from the record, the original guys. And we'll just make it intimate. Why not? I've done plenty of those kind of things with other people's music. Why not do it with my own? And turned out that was really a great experience for me and for the guys, but also for the audience, I think. And so, you know, over this last year, I've alternated between touring with the full band and then touring with this smaller group, guitar and saxophone. That's actually what we're bringing back to SF Jazz in a couple of weeks. It really has been rewarding. So it was a cool idea to document it mid-tour.
I want to play for the first song in the show today, the title track from the acoustic session EP, Best Life Now. One review described your delivery as a jazz-infused Paul Simon. I love that quote.
I do too.
Noting how you play with time and meter to tell the story. Lyrically, it sounds like you were saying you're living your best life, but there's a sense that maybe you aren't quite convincing yourself. Can you tell us about the narrative behind this song?
Well, yeah, thank you. I think part of my kind of overall goal for the record when I started to put it together was coming out of the pandemic. I was writing these songs. I was, lyrically maybe still in, kind of the confusing headspace that we've all been in this world for a little while. But musically, I had made 2 very intimate piano and vocal duets that I'm thoroughly proud of. They were all in the low range of my voice. There were an assortment of standards and covers and originals, pop songs, the whole bit. Paul Simon, since you mentioned. But they were all very quiet. They were all very melancholy. And it was truly what I needed to say in the moment of the pandemic.
Sure.
But coming out of the pandemic and like with everything opening up, I was kind of like, I want to have something that feels great. Not feels great. That's too general maybe, but feels specifically like you can get up and move your feet a little bit, maybe even dance,
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the impetus for Nate as a producer. You mentioned he's a world-class drummer and extremely well known for that. But he's got really great musical ideas. And so I asked him to be the producer, and he obliged, which was great. So I think I kind of answered it, I hope. It's just I had some feelings or whatever that were the same, maybe middling, grown up, neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Feelings that are coming, especially out of the pandemic, and relating a lot to my personal life, but just the world around me as well. But I didn't want it to be that same kind of quiet melancholy. I absolutely wanted it to be something you could move your feet to, and so that's how the track "Best Life Now" came to be, and really the entire album's kind of philosophy.
All right. Well, let's give that track a listen to now. This is Best Life Now from the Acoustic Sessions EP. And we'll be right back to talk more with Sachal Vasandani.
Minding my business, I'm approaching the street where a man who says that the best days of your life and the old days are through. But if you're feeling low, well, you know the rules. You can drown it out in smoking booze, and I regularly do. And you always show at least a little glow in your heart and soul. It's so difficult to ignore, but sometimes I did. And I'm just too gone to keep carrying on, but I promise that I'm gonna work real hard to make my worst emotions hit. I guess I'm living my best life now. Oh well, I'm living my best life now. The whole problem was this whole dialogue is just moot because it goes on in my head and nowhere else. If you got empathy, you can talk to me. Otherwise, I'd rather leave those words up on the shelf. I can keep it to myself. And I'm sulking now, and it's killing your vibe, cause I'm feeling down, but still a grown-ass man's gotta figure his own shit out. And through it all, you were on your knees, just waiting for the best outcome that could be. One day you said to me, you said, I think you're slipping, but I can't say nothing to you. I think you're slipping, and I think you might know it too. I've been evading little lies, found some dreams that were outsized, I put a stop to. It's not that I want those dreams to die, I just haven't been feeling too alive, and I want to. I guess I'm living my best life now. Oh well, I'm living my best life now.
listening to Backstage Bay Area. I'm Steve Roby, and my guest today is vocalist Sachal Vasandani. We just heard the title track, Best Life Now, from his Acoustic Sessions EP. Beyond your recording career, you're recognized as a leading educator. You conduct workshops and master classes at institutions worldwide. I find it interesting that you aim to combine disciplined, immersive jazz study with a fundamentally open spirit. How do you teach that balance, and how do you help students master the technical rules so they gain the confidence to break them?
Oh, I love that. Well, it's just that, there's a lot of nuts and bolts to doing that. Primarily at the vocal level, you want to make sure your voice is able to do what your heart wants it to do, right? And so, at least in my practice, I remind students, like, a lot of what I teach them is kind of like brushing your teeth. It's essential, and it's not overly complicated, but the key is the discipline of it. And so I sometimes think I'm just there to kind of remind them to brush their teeth. But the joy is in those little moments of discovery when they have done the work and things in their voice are able to open up. I can kind of focus in and focus out to their artistry. Like some students will need a lot of coaching on artistic things. Other people just need the technical things to make their dreams come to life. And I like to think that I can help them with both.
Isn't jazz kind of really all about breaking the rules? I mean, there's no set rules really, but I mean, if you just go in there and open things up. I'm fascinated that you explore that technique.
And one of the things I like to think about is, there's a lot of breaking of rules in jazz. You're not wrong, but I like to frame it as like jazz is kind of like a celebration of the individual, and that might be different than so many other art forms. Where the song or the play or the show or everything is kind of just as important. But with jazz, it's really about your particular interpretation of the song, even if you wrote it or somebody else did at that moment. So with the students, it's kind of like reminding them of that. But as you said, you kind of have to have a certain degree of discipline and understanding of like the canon or how to use your voice on a song or how to open things up in order to quote unquote break the rules.
Yeah. Take some chances, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I want to move on to another track from the acoustic EP titled Too Easy.
Okay.
When you're working in this format without a full drum kit or heavy production, does it change the way you approach your phrasing or your dynamics?
It does. A lot of times it's really opening in a way. And in other times I want to like be truer to the melody. With this particular case, I was just excited about not so much because of the acoustic piece, but just because I've been singing them now live for the better part of a year. I've got new ideas. I've got ways to make it feel more individual, like we were just saying, for lack of a better word. And that continues to grow in in the best possible way.
All right. Well, let's find out. This is Too Easy. We'll be back in a moment to ask Sachal about his upcoming shows at Joe Henderson Lab. You're listening to Backstage Bay Area.
You make it look too easy when you're playing that guitar, and I died to live under your spell, but I don't know who you are. I really don't know who you are. Nearer to me than anyone now, but still as distant as a star. You appeared without saying a word, and you fixed my broken heart, and still I don't know who you are. Easy come, and easy go. How I'm gonna miss you, I'll never really know until you're gone. Until you're gone. You're closer to me than anyone now, but still as distant as a star. The night moves all around you, but your thoughts are somewhere far. Still I don't know who you are. La 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 la. Without saying a word, and you fixed my broken heart. Still I don't know who you are. Easy come and easy go. How I'm gonna miss you, I'll never know until you're gone. Until you're gone. Until you're gone. Until you're gone. Until you're gone.
That was Too Easy by Sachal Vasandani, and you're tuned to Backstage Bay Area. Sachal, let's talk about your upcoming shows in San Francisco. You're bringing the music to Joe Henderson Lab at SF Jazz on Friday, December 12th. You mentioned you're just bringing two other people to join you on stage. What is it about playing with these specific musicians that brings out the best in this material?
These guys are really special in terms of their understanding of the music, and also their ability to get to creativity really quick, if that makes sense. Both Charles Altura and Dana Stevens. And they're both, by the way, Bay Area natives and have been doing really amazing things in the area before heading out east. But yeah, the way they bring my music and really all music to life is really unusually amazing.
For fans of who have been listening to Best Life Now or the new acoustic EP, what can they look forward to at these specific shows?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I'm just so excited to continue to tell the story of the record. And this format has that intimacy that I think folks will relate to. But I think we still kind of deliver kind of an exciting, diverse type of show, even with these stripped down instrumentation, just because, like I said, how compelling the guys are.
Well, let me remind our listeners that Sachal Vasandani will perform on Friday, December 12th. There are two shows, one at 7 and the other at 8:30 p.m. at the Joe Henderson Lab in San Francisco. You can find tickets and full details right now at sfjazz.org or just use the direct link in our show notes. Sachal, before I let you go, can you tell me what's on your agenda for the upcoming year?
Sure. As we round up the year of Best Life Now, I have been working kind of on new types of music. And while I'm not really ready to share anything yet, not that it's hidden, it's just not really formed, it's not top secret, I wanted to continue to focus on showcasing my voice. But in the meantime, I have to say that there are a few tracks that we never released from Best Life Now that Nate has been helping me kind of remix, and some other folks as well. And we have a couple surprise special guests. So look for a few new tracks at the top of the year.
All right.
That we're excited to share with everybody.
So they'll be coming out as singles, I guess.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. Just kind of bonus tracks to just keep people tuned in to the body of work that is Best Life Now.
How exciting.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
All right. Sachal, thank you for sharing your music and time with us today.
I really appreciate this interview. Thank you so much, and see you guys in San Francisco.
All right. And thank you for listening. This has been Backstage Bay Area. I'm Steve Roby, and we'll see you at the show.